Who's your favorite streamer? Definitely Summit. Not recently though. Summit has not been my favorite streamer recently, and I don't mean that because of what he's like, how he is. I just mean that because of the game he's playing. As much as I love Summit, I love his content. That is the one game I cannot stand watching. Nobody can sell me on that game. Not even Summit, you know. But yeah, Summit's definitely my favorite streamer, for sure. I would say Doc is my second favorite. You know what I'm saying? Lyric is definitely up there. Lyric currently is my first, actually. Lyric's my first right now because Summit's playing Sea of Thieves all the time. So I'm not going to watch SOT. So I watch Lyric a lot. I've been watching him a fuck ton recently. Miskiff? Oh yeah, I watch Miskiff at night, yeah. But I'm kind of already over the Super Mario 64 speedruns. I was really interested at first, but I'm over it now. I would love for him to do something different. My favorite part of watching Miskiff is not when he plays games, when he just talks and does random shit. He's a very funny ass dude. So Miskiff's a lot of fun to watch. I think what a lot of people are very confused about Valorant because they didn't really play Counter-Strike, so they don't really understand. A lot of these people they think competitive and ranked should be this 100% balanced thing and the whole game should revolve around it. Which is just impossible to do. There's so many like variables in comparison to a game like a MOBA, right? So you can't create the same ranked system. I think people just have to accept the fact that ranked doesn't matter, unrated doesn't matter. You're playing to have a good time, and if you truly want to get to the next level and compete, you do custom games with really good people. It's really that simple. Like, it's that simple. That's all it is. I've seen a lot of people complaining about like how they don't like the rank system. But in reality, the ranked system will never be good. There's too many variables in a game like this. And that's fine. If you truly want a competitive nature, you go do customs, you go do 10-mans, if that's truly what you're like striving to do. When I was playing Counter-Strike, I did not play matchmaking. Matchmaking is garbage. This shit, garbage, okay? I just played for fun in like a random custom server, you know, 10v10, 16 versus 16, you know? There's always something else. There's always a community on PC somewhere that handles those things if the developers can't, right? That's usually how it goes. It's unfortunate that Valorant isn't letting the community kind of take it into their own hands. But maybe, who knows? Maybe they'll change. We'll see. Everyone knows that there's going to be cheaters in every game. I'm not saying accept that. I'm saying everyone knows that. You know, you should know that. If you haven't known that, then you probably don't play a lot of games. All I'm saying is there's always another option, you know? Look at this, dude. Team TSM over here. I forgot what team they were, to be honest. TSM over here practicing in a custom. See, this is how you practice. If you truly want to go anywhere, you want to be anything, that's what you do. What these people are doing right here. All 5 of them are in a custom. Whether or not they're scrimming, I don't know. They might be scrimming, or they might just be going over stuff together as a team. That's the right way of doing it. Honestly, I really would. I really would love to go pro in this game. I would. I would be lying if I said I didn't want to. I would love to, but it's just not realistic. And I'm smart enough to know that, right? If anyone's good or is trying to go anywhere in this game, they stay far away from ranked. If anyone is truly trying to compete, play at the top, they stay very far away from ranked, and it's really that simple, right? Because Tyler's sitting there, he's constantly in a custom server. He's not even playing ranked. Fuck ranked. Who cares? He's constantly in a custom server, just going over smokes, going over different setups, going over different things like that, right? Because it's not that you don't learn anything from ranked. It's the rate of which you learn. You play ranked, you play with shitty people, you play against shitty people. All the information that you take in is very minimal because they don't know what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing. because your team doesn't know what they're doing, right? It's just kind of like you're having a good time. You're just shooting shit. There's nothing to learn there, right? Well, not totally nothing, but there's small things to learn. There's little pieces that you can gather of information that might help you. But if you're truly trying to be somebody and go far and compete in this game, and you already are somebody, whether it's a content creator or something, then you're doing custom games, because that'll propel you a lot faster. A lot faster. You're going to get a bunch of people who don't have microphones. You're going to get a bunch of people that just throw, and that's just normal. And that's okay. As long as I accepted that that's how it's going to be, then that's fine.
I think Valorant rank, you can at least expect those guys, unless it's like a Jet 1 trick, to be competent.
No.
And using mics and stuff.
No.
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 No, you can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even close.
It's bad, bro. There's some bad fucking players. Dude, when you go from tap, tap, spray, tap, tap, dude, it gets nuts. It gets crazy. You have to either commit to keep tapping or waiting too long for it to reset, you know? It's hard. I like it. I really like the way the guns perform in this game. I really, really like it. It feels good. It feels like the person who gets rewarded is usually the person who has the better aim in that exact situation. And aim could be relative to a lot of things, right? It could be better positioning, better crosshair placement, better reaction time, better mouse control in general, right? So a lot of factors go into it, but I really, really like the gunplay in this game. A lot. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is I'm not a huge fan of pistol rounds. Pistol rounds feel very awkward to me. I don't know why. They just do. Even though it's RNG? Well, it's not RNG, though. That's the thing. It's not. Like, if every single fight you're doing this, and this is kind of how you take every fight, it's still not RNG, but it is going to be a little bit a lot harder than if you just let the recoil, like, set yourself, like, how you want it, you know? I think a lot of people are misunderstanding what RNG truly is. People just, like, they really like to throw that word around a lot. Like, nonchalant, like, yeah, RNG. Well, it's like, not exactly. A lot of what's determined in a situation or gunfight is still raw mechanics and skill over one another, you know? You can blame it on RNG all you want, but that's just not the realistic scenario. So spraying isn't the way to go in Valorant? It is and it isn't, right? There's a right time to spray and there's a wrong time to spray. So it's all situational, and you have to adapt as a player and understand the best time to full spray or the best time to stop for a second and control it, you know? One of the things I really don't like about Counter-Strike, and what I do like, what I don't like about CSGO, but what I do like about this game, I'm not a fan of CS where you can kind of do something like this, where you can, like, let's say there's one guy here, okay, and he's about to peek you, and then you own him, and then you start doing this. I don't like that. Counter-Strike has a lot of that, where you're just like, it's really, really dumb. It's a lot of spraying and a lot of recoil control with the spray. Don't get me wrong, I love recoil control, but I don't like that. That serves as a crutch. That is essentially your crutch. And I don't like that. I don't like spraying being the crutch. So in this game, spraying is not the crutch, right? Spraying is like, oh shit, I'm panicking. And that's exactly how it should be, right? That's what I do like about the game. I think it helps. It's hard for me to even do it myself because I've been so used to CSGO. I played CSGO for like 7 or 8 years, and your crutch was always spraying. So it's really, really nice to not have that crutch and try to be mentally stronger, essentially. Compared to CS, do you think tapping is better? Sometimes. Depends on the gun. I think bursting is better in this game. In most cases in this game, bursting is better than tapping. But then again, it also depends on the gun, and it also depends on the situation, right? There is a range of which you don't want to burst because it's a little too far, and it'll create too much space in between your bullets. So to minimize that space, you tap instead, right? But it just all depends. It's all relative to the fight that you take and the gun that you have, right? I personally think the first shot accuracy in this game is a little high, but that just might be because the maps are relatively small, right? The maps are relatively small, so like the first shot accuracy is pretty insane because they're small. You don't have much distance. You don't have much distance to cover based off of like the randomness kicking in there. It's kind of interesting how one's opinion could change over the course of learning a game. At first, the op looked and seemed pretty bad. But now, as time goes on and people are starting to adapt better, it's starting to look like the op is actually a very, very powerful weapon. Like, it's scary. Like, the op is a scary weapon to go against, you know? It wasn't like that before. And I think it just wasn't like that before because people just didn't learn the game enough, so everyone was just running around fucking lost. Your chance of success on the op in this game is going to be higher than Counter-Strike. In theory. That's my theory anyway. That's what I think. I think that's the theory there because there's only a certain amount of characters that can displace people. So that means if you're going to pick an angle or you're going to take an aggressive fight, the chance of you getting displaced is a lot lower than it would be in Counter-Strike because Counter-Strike, everybody has some form of displacement, whether it's a smoke or flash grenade or Molotov. They all have it. But in this game, only some characters got flashes. Only some characters got smokes. So it's really weird. I might see a world in this game where the operator is actually too powerful. It's too early to say still, but it's funny. My main point of this is it's funny how your opinions change over time. Because at the beginning, I thought the op was trash because it was so slow. But in reality, it's actually pretty fucking nuts. What do you think of posture possibly affecting aim due to different positioning of the arm? I mean, that's just a matter of comfort, right? You'd want to be your most comfortable. If you have bad posture and you have bad position with your arm, it's going to hurt you negatively. It might not hurt you in the first hour, but maybe hour 6, you know, you'll experience more fatigue. As weird as it is, like, you might not feel fatigue in your wrist and your arm, but fatigue is there, you know? Whether it's a mix of physical and mental, like, you do get worse, right? And having bad posture can make you get worse faster. So, I don't know if that helps you at all, but anyway, I'm getting off. Thank you guys for watching. I will be on tomorrow, I think. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Later.